Welcome back to the Wet Mammal channel. Today we've got some insane spearfishing of New South Wales, probably the best day diving I've had since I've been on the East Coast. It is spectacular, encountering everything. Unfortunately, I lost my personal GoPro footage for the dive, but we've got Dive-A-Mon on the Insta360 capturing some stunning footage. Stay tuned. Even without the shots, you guys are going to absolutely love what this episode has in store. Hit that thumbs up, chuck a subscribe, sit back, relax and enjoy. You guys are going to froth this episode, and we've got an incredible snapper raw recipe at the end. I know you're going to love it. Yeah, late start. We've arrived in... Oh, do I want to tell you? No. Let's keep it a little bit of a secret. We've driven north of Sydney. You'll be able to work that out. So far we've just unloaded the van, got all of our kit here and just exploded like we always do. So we've got eskies, car eskies, all dive gears, all manners of tubs and everything. We've got Dive-A-Mon making a little dart. Really keen to get wet. Conditions look amazing. We've got 9k winds and like 0.4 meter swell. Now it's time for bed and we'll see you in the morning. Let's go for a little explores. What are you most excited for?
I'm excited to see the leopard sharks then.
Are you not seeing?
I'm seeing leopard sharks and I'm getting my micro SD card so I can film them all day.
So I've explained to Mon that we're probably not going to see leopard sharks because of the water temp, but she is convinced that I'm hiding something from her, and I'm not. It's just the wrong time of year for those guys. Alright, getting hydrated before you dive. Excited?
Yeah.
So another super exciting thing happening on this dive is we've got the first dive in the new Aimrite wetty. I'm super excited. No lube, and if you haven't ever worn a titanium lined suit, you don't know how good this feels. But if you've ever had to put lube in your suit and just like struggled with all your hair being pulled out and everything, yeah, it sucks. So I'm super glad I don't have to do that anymore. Completely dry.
Yeah, rub it in then.
It's so good. It feels so nice on your skin and it keeps you so warm. Love the feel of the titanium.
It looks nice on you.
Thanks, Martin. Chuck the beaver tail on so you look like a bit of a freak in public. There we go. And that's it. So new suit. Feeling toasty. Feeling like a bit of a Spider-Man as well, so Oceanic Spider-Man. Alright, so new wetsuit, suited and booted. Let's get wet and smack some fish. Alright, so we make our way down to go get wet and we know that conditions are good. We hop into the water and it's just so crystal clear. We encounter some bronze whalers as soon as we get in, and we make our way around the corner away from the bronze whalers, and there's just like grey nurse, wobbegongs, Port Jackson sharks. Like, this place is teeming with life. You can generally tell that somewhere's a really good dive spot by just how many predators there are, and sharks are great indicators of this. We encountered numerous turtles, loggerheads and greens. Just at every turn there was something big in the water. It was amazing. As you can see from the amount of fish life around, it has to be one of the best dives I've had in New South Wales, probably all up. It was insane. I encountered these kingies and unfortunately I put a really bad shot into them. This was actually the second time that we had encountered these, and the first time they didn't stick around, so I kind of had to make the most of the opportunity that had presented itself, and it wasn't favourable. It was a bit of a long shot, and in hindsight, I wish I'd just shot the gun before I shot this kingy, and then I would have known about the power being out. The gun's been on pre-tension since February, so incredibly poor maintenance from me, and a super rusty Rob Allen blunt spear. Not doing me any favours on this one either. Dive him on, reads the situation, and goes down for a second shot. I'm so stoked. This girl is a gun, and I cannot believe she missed that shot. She usually is as accurate as the most deadly ocean assassin you've ever met in your life, and on this occasion, just, yeah, got a bit too close to the fish. We've all been there, we've all done it, and it sucks hard. The bronzy then came in, and yeah, it was game over from that point on. The fish just tore out, and off he swims, devastated. Both the kingy and the bronzy on this look very, very small because of the Insta360 camera, but I reckon that kingy went about 28 kilos, as that was a real solid bronzy that came through too. Here's Mon diving down, doing what Mon does, hanging out with sharks. There's a good mix of crested horn sharks, Port Jackson sharks, and wobbegongs just hanging out together out of the swell. Even though there wasn't much swell or current, they're just hanging out. I managed to bag myself a nice gold spot surgeon fish, and they make excellent sashimi, so we called it a day. Right, we've just hopped back into the van. The dive is done. I think that the camera died just before things got really interesting, and I shot that gold spot. What an incredible dive. Like, devastated beyond belief with the kingy, bronzies, grey nurse sharks, wobbies, rays, turtles, fish, and fish. Like, just incredible diving. Alright, good morning gang. We are day 2 of the trip, and it started the day with a bit of rain, beautiful sunrise, and we're all locked and loaded and ready for this dive. So we're going back to the same spot that we dove yesterday, but we're going back with hopes of smacking a big fat kingy. I think we'll still hunt the reef and have a little explore and stuff, just because it was incredible territory. But yeah, kingy is the mission to make up for yesterday's blunder. So it's day 2. The wind has definitely picked up a little bit more, but the view from above is just amazing. I wanted to do this to see all the sharks yesterday and put an accurate count on how many sharks there actually were. From yesterday, the most I saw in one location was 8 bronzies, 2 grey nurse, and then tons of wobbegongs. But yeah, seeing them from the sky was a different story. I wish I'd got the drone up the day before, and I'm sure they would have been crystal clear. Whilst moving around, I spotted these guys, who aren't sharks. They're very friendly fellow wet mammals, bottlenose dolphins. Really, really cool to see them having a bit of fun, playing. There's a calf with them, and yeah, just awesome sights. I don't want to go too close to them, so I'm using the zoom lens on it because of the New South Wales laws in regards to drones and aquatic mammals. I have to put her on the spot, otherwise she doesn't like being on camera. Day 2, we're going for a dive.
Yes.
What are you most excited for?
I'm most excited to see the dolphins that we just saw on the drone, and see some more sharkies and Port Jackson sharks, and what are the other one called? The
wobbegongs?
Yeah, wobbegongs and those horned...
Oh, crested horn shark?
Yeah, crested horn sharks. So that will be cool. And maybe shoot a fish, but I don't know. There were so many sharks yesterday.
Put you off a bit?
A little bit.
I think you've just got like flashbacks of New Zealand and the bronzies.
Yeah, because the ones in New Zealand are like super aggro, and I don't shoot any fish when they're around.
That's fair enough. But we'll take.
Sam says it's different here, so we'll see.
So we're back at the same location as yesterday, diving again, and we're just hopeful for the kingies. Launched the drone up, and it's saying strong winds, but there's no way that there were strong winds out there. Saw the dolphins, which was awesome, saw the sharks, which was awesome, so we know that there's still fish around if those guys are both around. But we're going to try and get wet as quick as we can, because we want to, yeah, potentially swim with some dolphins, which would be amazing. The viz looks stellar, and yeah, hopeful for a great dive. Look, if the kingies aren't there, or don't get like a decent opportunity on a shot, I won't rush one, but we will smack a reefie or 2 and then get the hell out of the water before those bronzies get mad because of big pregnant mama. She's big. Any words for the big pregnant mama, Bronzy?
love you then.
Hello? Oh, this is just too cool. What a way to start the day. So this is one of my favourite birds in Australia. Let's get him in focus because he's way more important than I am. I call them the bush penguin because they look like little penguins. Now I'm going to take this encounter with this awesome kookaburra as a good omen because if we get in the water, conditions aren't as good as the day before, but they're still stunning. As you can see, no complaints on the visibility front here. Mon's rocking the camera again with the little 85 Aimrite roller, and I'm on the 115 double Vendetta Aimrite roller. This dive's a bit different because if we actually go to explore grounds that we didn't get to check out the day before, as the area that we had been diving the day before, the viz wasn't fantastic on it and the sharks were up near the surface a bit more, making them a bit more inquisitive and just less likely for us to take a shot on a fish and guarantee us securing. How's this awesome camera work by Diver Mon? Going down, chilling with a wobby. I come down. I don't think Mon realizes that I'm on my way down. She's then on her way back up and we play a little game of relay. I take the camera off her and we catch this guy just as he's on the move. Now you don't want to go too close to them with the camera or your hands or anything because they've got gun reaction speeds, and yeah, they will give you your hand or your camera a bite. And if you guys are liking the perspective of the Instacam, let us know in the comment section and I'll be sure to bring it along on future videos. It's a really awesome bit of kit. It is another camera to carry and it is another item that you could lose, but it's given some gunshots. Here's a cool grey nurse shark. These guys were actually more active than any grey nurse shark I've seen previously. They didn't seem to have a ledge that they were hid under. They just seemed to just constantly patrol around the reef. Still really, really cool to see. Mixed in with the bronzies as well. And here it is. I'm sorry that you guys don't get to see the hunt. I'd shot a black drummer as well, but yeah, this snapper, that was insane and a cracking hunt. And with 2 fish attached to the float, we decided to get out of the water before the sharks come and hassle us. What a dive. So as you can tell, I'm still smiling from ear to ear after that dive. Like, the viz wasn't as good as yesterday, as you would have seen, but who cares? Like, got a stunning feed of abalone, black drummer, and snapper. So yeah, a bit of a drive ahead of us, but I'm just still so stoked. It must be the good luck of the new Aimrite wetsuit. Super warm and super comfy, and allowed me to sneak up on a snapper. Was it the suit? Maybe. Alright guys, so here we have it, the lovely snapper, still an absolute slab of a fish, super stoked. And then we're going to take some fillets off. This guy's been dry aged for 2 days, so he's absolutely prime, and we're going to carve him up. Now because of this parasite, I'm going to cut that out, and I'm just going to cut the fillet into 2 more manageable chunks. There you can see it's had a parasite in there. We don't want that flesh, that'll be gross.
I'm very excited to try the super green mix, so let's give it a go. Very acidic, it's got some nice heat to it from the wasabi. Very fresh, very aromatic, it's got some ginger going on in there, and I'm excited to try it on the fish.
and it's going to be delicious. So it's going to be like a green snapper super bowl. It's going to be sick. Some of that lovely chunky snappery goodness.
So this is my first time actually trying raw snapper, so we'll see how we go. Just try some of this with the sauce that Sam made.
Be honest.
You know what I'm gonna say? It's so good. No, it really is. Like, I have never had raw snapper before, and I didn't know what to expect. And it's actually very tasty. I like it. The sauce really complements the fish. And now I'm just gonna try it with some of the seaweed. It's really nice with the seaweed. It gives it more of like a sweeter flavor. And yeah, overall, I really like it. Sam, do you want to try?
So I'm super excited to try this. I haven't actually done this with snapper before. I've done it with goatfish, trevally, kingy. I've done it with a few different fish that are known for their sashimis, but I haven't actually done it with snapper. So let's give it a go. I'm going to go in with a bit of every... Oh, no, I won't go. I'll just go with the snapper first, like Mon, and see how we go with the wasabi vinaigrette. That's really nice. It's a super soft meat, a real delicate flavour to it as well. It's not super oily like a trevally or anything like that. It still had a bit of like kind of dissolving on the tongue, but it more kind of just, the meat just separated into nothing. Super tasty. So let's go with some rice and a bit of seaweed. See if I can get some edamame beans in there. And then I'm actually going to plate myself up one. This is Mon's dish. Sorry, Mon. But let's go. Okay, that's really, really nice. Honestly, this is a super healthy way. We're so used to just like pan frying fish and everything. Raw, with raw veggies, absolutely amazing. Like, I genuinely feel like I just got healthier just having that mouthful. That is really, really tasty. So yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 for this one. Guys, you need to check out this snapper recipe. Obviously I've shown you how to make it, so just smack yourself a snapper, but definitely don't be afraid to try this with other fish. And that's pretty much it for today's episode. So I really, really hope you guys have enjoyed. It's been absolutely sick. We're still yet to cook up the black drummer. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about him. That's enough of that. Guys, I really hope you've enjoyed the episode. Like, what an absolute cracker. I'm still devastated that the snapper wasn't on film, so I'm super sorry about that. It's my fault. First time using the GoPro, again, in a while, and you can see from the colour, like the colour is just better on the GoPros, but I was diving without housing. They're only rated to 10 metres, and yeah, the snapper was at like 14, but other fish and other dives before that were a bit deeper, so I've probably caused the issue with the GoPro. I'll hold my hands up on this one, whoopsie. But I hope you've enjoyed. Still going to do a cook up with the black drummer, and that will just be on the Insta, and maybe I'll do like a YouTube short or something like that with it. 10 out of 10 meal, super healthy, and like relatively quick and easy to prep. Like, there's no cooking involved. You cannot balls this up, so definitely give it a try with whatever fish that you want. Massive thank you for watching. Stay tuned until next time, and stay wet, stay fed. Catch ya.